So, good evening, people. Welcome back to another video. Tonight, we're going to talk about the match preview between Spurs and Newcastle. Yes, people, welcome back to another video. Tonight is a match preview between Spurs and Newcastle United. It's John Sinclair TV and doing another stream. Tonight I've got Brad as usual. Brad, even to you, mate.
Good evening, you all right, John?
Yeah, I'm absolutely fine.
Right.
Not too bad. Just two streams I've done the press conference reaction. I've done the World Cup draw as well, which was fantastic. Thank you for coming on as well later on, mate. And really appreciate that. If you like the video, people, you know what to do. Please hit the like button. Give us a subscribe as well. And if you'd like to super chat, please click on the $sign. Give what you can. And also, if you'd like to become a member, it would be 99p a month. And just click on that and you'll be in the competition as well, people. Also, I'm live on Facebook as well as any people on the Facebook side. Then please give us a watch as well, because I believe it's the first time some people might have watched it as well. So, yeah, we're going to talk about the match between Newcastle and Tottenham at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, right? And we're going to Spurs with two defeats on the bounce, and which is quite unusual under Eddie Howe's team. Spurs are going really well, won for the last 6 games. Antonio Conte's got it right, finally. And as for Newcastle, they got really got no injury problems, really, as far as I know. And yeah, what do you think, mate?
Yeah, I think so. Coming on the back of 2 defeats, especially two late goals really, and disappointing to get the Chelsea result. Everton, obviously, we didn't play too great, but perfect opportunity now to after a refreshing break in Dubai, players should be right up for it. Everyone say no fresh injury concerns. Everyone should be ready to go, and let's hope it's a good attacking performance, and we can try and get something.
Yeah, absolutely. Just got a few comments there. Like telling you, a World Cup draw stream. This is going to get me through the work day. Good on you, Andrew, mate. Bless him. He's a great guy. And he's happy with the draw as well today. And big up to you, Gary V, as well. Yep. Thank you so much for those kind comments. Yeah, I mean, fingers right. I mean, we haven't got beat yet at the new stadium, 1-0. And due one season, Callum Wilson scored that goal. Carl Dollar had a while of a game last season, making 4, 5, 6 outstanding saves, and 5 of them was just for the first half alone. And let's be real. And yeah, I mean, the fact is, I mean, we got to go there. We just got to give it our shot. I mean, we can. These Spurs defense can we get at as well? Eric Dyer, I don't think he's that good, if I'm honest with you. He's slightly better under Conte. If Davison Sanchez play tomorrow, then I tell you what, I'd be so confident winning this game. Ben Davis, I mean, he's done alright, but I don't think, again, it's just average. I'm sure Conte, if he stays, will get him in place. But Christian Romero, I tell you what, I'm a big advocate to this guy. Came for Atalanta, 50 million quid. And I tell you what, this guy is now starting to see what Premier League is all about.
Yeah, he's a great centre half. It's a great signing for Tottenham. That, but yeah, like I say, we've got the ability now on our day to challenge any defence, and especially Tottenham's as well. Which sometimes, if you can get the tactics right and put them under a bit of pressure, they can struggle, especially in the middle of the park. So if we can be on form and we can try and win them battles in the middle of the pitch, and hopefully we can try and get something going forward. And yeah, like you say, it's there. Tottenham can be there for the taking, but then on the same token, Harry Kane and Son can be unbelievable and take the game from you. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see. But we can definitely there's no question about imposing our ability onto Spurs. We can definitely do that and score goals. It's in us.
Absolutely. This is a Newcastle team that's going to be very different. So if Spurs fans are going to walk all over us, then, well, good luck, really. But you're right. It's going to be tough. And feels weird for me talking about Newcastle. Now, I've got to switch my international club classes now. That's a big Ryan. And big up to you, Ryan, for coming on, by the way. I really appreciate that. And thanks for having me on the World Cup stream. I forgot to reply back to you before the show, but I just received it. But thanks, Ryan. Has to be the best watch along experience I've had on your channel. Big up to you, man. And for him to come out and say that, I must have done something right. But thanks again, Ryan. You're advocate to me channel, mate. Massive advocate. Here, I'm back to nitty-gritty of the Premier League. And we've been there for only, 7 minutes? And that's, well, maybe less than that. And can you quickly recap? Is anyone out with COVID? I completely missed all the PE match information. All I heard may be good news on Trippier. First of all, Andrew, thanks for your donation. I really appreciate that. Thanks so much. $5 super chat. I really appreciate that, my guy. Thanks very much indeed. He's going to be assessed. I don't think he'll play on Sunday, but it could be for the Norwich game. It could be slightly before that, mate. Ryan, you're muted.
He's apparently, I know Eddie had said in the press conference that there was something about that, but I don't know who. He said it's at a manageable level, so I don't think. Well, we'll see on Sunday, but depending on who it is, it could be one of the starting players could be out. But yeah, it's good news on Trippier. I mean, good to see that his recovery is going well. So we should hope to see. Should hope to see him in the next few games. You would have thought at this rate, if he's get through the next week, sort of all clear, and the scans seem to have gone well. So, or if it is, I think it is planned in. So as long as that gets the all clear, it should be back within the next few games for definite, which is great news.
Yeah. Since he's joined the club, I think he's been absolutely outstanding. He really has. He leads to the front. He's a leader. He tells players where to go. We definitely missed that from Kieran Trippier. I can't lie. I mean, Elmer backhand laced his boots up at all whatsoever. I can't lie. But since he's came in the team, I think he'll have a fantastic season. But going back to your questions, Andrew, as well about Trippier, that's what's happening. He'll not be playing on Sunday. I'll be amazed if he did, but give it a couple more weeks, he'll be back. But if we get 2 more wins and we'll be safe, there's no rush for Kieran anyway. So I think it'd be cool. No. So Callum Wilson, I don't expect him to be back until next season, if I'm quite honest with you. The news doesn't look good at it, actually. So we're going to get 2 strikers coming in or something anyway. I'll be amazed if it's just going to be the one. So, and let's go out and put on the show for the rest of the season with Nout to play for now. We're not safe yet, Ryan. We're not safe yet. For me, against Spurs, it's all about the performance. I think we can get a result, but we need a good performance, whatever the result is. Eddie Howe's comment to say, look, you're not safe yet. And, and you keep saying that, but I think 2 more wins will be fine. I'll look at the other fixtures as well, like Everton's fixtures here. They got it real tough. I kind of see them winning 3 games on the bounce. There's no way. Definitely not. And Watford won't do it as well. I'll look down further. Leeds are capable. I think Brentford could do it, but I just don't think Burnley or Everton's going to put 3 goals on the bounce as well. And have I got a Spurs fan? I haven't, mate, no. If you're a Spurs fan, I can see, Ben, if you want to come on, mate, and have this here, what I'll do, right, is if you've got a Twitter account, right, if you're following us, send us on the Twitter on the DM, or go on the private chat and just put your Twitter account in there, and I'll just get you on, mate. So there you go. That'd be brilliant if he does come on. John, you should get Ben. He's a Spurs fan. Yeah, I've just told him. And what I told him to send us a private chat, and then I'll just get him followed. I'll get him on straight away. And Ryan's done that as well, I believe. So if he's done that, I should get him in straight away and send the link as well. And definitely, man. Dylan. It's Dylan from Newport, by the way. I think it's in Newport, so man, that way. Definitely come on there as well. I mean, if you look at it, right, I mean, I wonder what Eddie Howe's going to play on Sunday. Do you think he's going to play 4-3-3, or do you think he's going to go 3 at the back? or back three?
I think, providing we've got the options that he needs available, there's no. Yeah, I think he'll go for the 4-3-3, unless you say for COVID might, depending on who might may or not play the game. He could switch
Yeah.
to a back three, say if Fabian Schär might not be available, for example. But if he is, I think Schär and Byrne will play in that two partnership, and we'll go for the 4-3-3. But I think if yeah, I wouldn't look past it. There's no reason why we shouldn't continue it. It's working well for us.
Yeah, and also as well, I have to agree. I mean, I think Schär will play on Sunday. I really do think he'll play on Sunday, and I believe because he seems to be out now. I mean, he didn't play for Switzerland, which is just as well. Otherwise, we'd be out with a couple of weeks, if not that. So yeah, I mean, the fact is, this is a team. I mean, it's going to be a difficult game. I mean, Spurs have improved. You look at the front three, you got Kulusevski as well, plays on the right side, he's left-footed player. Then you've got Harry Kane and Son as well. How are we going to keep those three quiet?
Yeah, it's going to be a tough job. I say that. I think I said it on your stream the other week.
Yeah, you did.
Kulusevski, I think he's been great. He's been really impressive. I think the jury was probably out for him when he first signed, thinking, can he hack it in the Premier League? But coming from Juventus, they're obviously seeing some great potential in him, and he's looking absolutely fantastic. The way he's you don't get many players like that where they're so direct and driving at defenders and making stuff happen, and he absolutely tore Leeds apart. Didn't he? The game where they won, I think it was 4-0. So, and he's had loads of great games. So to keep them quiet, I think we're going to have to win that midfield battle high up the pitch, because we'd especially with Heung-min Son as well. If we let them into the final third of the pitch, running at our defenders, Kraft, etc., we're going to be in trouble. So if we can push higher up and try and say get an extra 10-20 yards up the pitch and try and win the ball early, then we might give ourselves ease the pressure a touch, and then try and impose ourselves. I think that'll be the best way to defend, really, if we can just keep a good decent bit of the ball, really.
Yeah, absolutely fine. I totally agree. I mean, Kulusevski, I'm a bit advocate of this guy as well. Decky, I think he's brilliant, absolutely fantastic. 2 goals in 3 games when he first joined. I mean, he's hitting the ground running at Tottenham Hotspur. He really is. I think it's going to be a stellar play. He's only on loan to the end of the season, by the way. And I think he might be on loan or an 18-month loan deal. I think Spurs get on a permanent deal because they seem to like him at that football club. But still waiting on Ben Wacker to DM us, follow us on my Twitter and DM us as well. Any problems, just let us know. And 4-3-3 for me, 4-3-3 for me, if Schär is fit, could always play a diamond in the midfield. That'd be very interesting. But they got a good midfield as well, Bentancur, and they also got Højbjerg as well. I tell you, those 2 midfielders, I mean, I'm a big fan of Rodrigo Bentancur. He's played for Juve. Great player. He makes that midfield tick every single time he gets the ball. And Højbjerg, he just snaps in the midfield as well. But he loves getting booked. So I think, I tell you what, if he faces Joe Linton tomorrow, I say good luck. I just think he's met his match, baby. He's met his match, I'm telling you. But they are going to see a different Joe Linton on Sunday.
Till the last one they faced. But I say, but Rodrigo Bentancur as well. Absolutely, another great signing from Conte to bring them in. You think that did a bit of a mix up there's a bit of a switch up in January. People going out the door, but the 2 they've got in, that's brilliant business. Although it's something they needed, and it seems. I'm surprised Juventus let him go, to be honest.
Absolutely. I mean, they're still shocked to the way he got back, let him go, sort of thing. But hey ho, probably Allegri didn't fancy him. He fancied a new challenge. But hey ho, I'll tell you what, I've been to call my midfield all day long. That guy's brilliant.
Definitely,
That guy's brilliant. I've got Callum Hicks. Dealing on Callum has asked if you can possibly get unbanned. What I'm gonna have to do then, I'm gonna have to get an unbanned after the show. I think I might have clicked it by mistake, but basically he said he really enjoys the content and doesn't want to be blocked. Yeah, what I'll do, I'll get an unblocked after the show, and obviously I can't do it now because I did it. I came myself on it as well, so. Yeah, I'll get them on there. Once again, Dylan, at the end of the show, right? And then as about the wrap up, then let us know. I mean, I'm going to talk about Antonio Conte as well. And he came in and he turned Spurs down in the summer. And then they went back with him again. 18-month contract, and at times I'm looking that he wants to walk away from Tottenham after the Burnley game. Not only that, he just doesn't happy he wasn't going to get backed. He didn't know properly how the Spurs policy is going to go. They have to buy young players and sell them on a profit. And I think they're coming around to him now. They're going to back this guy. They cannot afford to use Antonio Conte. If they do, then Spurs will be back to square number one. And that'd be good for us, by the way.
Yeah, totally agree. I think I was just going to say then, if they're to potentially lose him now over the next sort of end of the season or into next season, it's a huge like it's like a step forward and then 2 or 3 steps back for them, which they don't want as a club, especially when they're trying to the league's only getting more competitive, and to get into that top 4, it's not easy now, especially with some of the quality of the other teams around them. So if they want to be a consistent Champions League side, they're going to have to step up the game season after season over the next few years, recruit well, and obviously if Conte stays as a manager, they're giving themselves the best opportunity to do that, because he's a great manager, and he's had a bit of a early doors. I think he had a bit of a wobble, and maybe he thought, have I made the right decision? And a couple of I think they had 2 or 3 losses on the spin, didn't they? So at that stage, you thought that he was going to walk away or there was something going to happen, but obviously they stuck with him, and they're going to say the way the competitiveness of the Premier League is, and the Spurs team isn't quite there yet, so they're not going to be performing as well as you would like, but it's probably what they do next season, and if they finish strongly this time. But yeah, it's a great manager, and great to have managers like that still in the Premier League.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Conte do great for Spurs. I still think that there could be a sting in the tail if the United kind of get out of Ten Hag. Then I think
possibly.
it might come around to Conte. You just never know. But strange things has happened. Got Burns from Wales, and he said that Conte can't manage under Daniel Levy. Now, Daniel Levy, as owner of Tottenham, chairman of Tottenham, right? He's the one he didn't know what to take over to happen at Newcastle United, and now they're having a protest on Sunday about 2:30. The fans in protest about us having a takeover, right? And the fact matter is, right? I just felt jealous. I posted a tweet out this afternoon, and people are saying that they're just clearly rattled, and not only that, they're just being very, very salty, because they know what's going to happen next season. And I'm looking forward to next season, no matter what, because we're going to be the biggest spenders in the summer. I can guarantee you that, and I think we're going to break all records in the summer, and Spurs have to get used to that. Daniel Levy will have to suck it up, get used to it, and he can't do nothing about it.
Exactly. Yeah, there's going to be. So we're obviously going to be in the market in the summer for. We'll have I think they've had talk sort of this week and potentially next week, which the list of players they want to go after in the summer. We'll inquire about them, and if teams are going to negotiate with sensible prices, I think if the deal's right, we're going to go for it. But there's sensible planning up front, and we know sort of a wide range of targets and different people we can go for, so we're not going to be sort of held to ransom by people who but potentially try and hike the prices up or want to do that. So I think we'll be in a great position, and obviously get the right characters in, which they're not. I think is obviously the strategy that they're going for, which everyone's sort of on board with, where we're just going to get the right players in rather than just paying a figure that's quoted for someone who maybe isn't going to be the best type of fit for the club, and sort of give what Eddie wants.
Yeah. Apparently, he's got 90 million, 800 million to spend in the summer. If that is true, plus player sales, and that'd be brilliant.
God. Yeah.
We need to get rid of people like Miguel Almiron. No disrespect to me. I think he needs to be on his way now, and there's others as well. Go on.
I must be honest. There's a bit of a list. I know. Well, we've got a good idea of who's going to be going out in the summer, but in terms of generating transfer fees for them, I'm not so sure with some of them. I think if we could just get them out the club, even for just any sort of figure at all, I think that's what they're going to have to go for, just to move them on. And people like Jeff Hendrick, etc., Dwight Gale, or Kraft, just if they can find a club that's going to be suited for them and they can enjoy the football, then get first team somewhere. Then that's the best thing for all parties, and we can just we can sort of it'll be a big potentially a big overhaul for the squad in the summer.
Absolutely, totally agree. We need to get rid of about 10 players who are
Yeah,
not good enough. They
yeah,
must play football. Don't sit on the wages. Don't
no.
still living from our club, right? Because the fans are not put of that at all whatsoever. And that's not on. And let's just get rid. Let's be ruthless and get these players out. Dwight Gale, get him out
Yeah.
ASAP. Because why
He's
is he
obviously, he's
doing?
obviously not he's obviously not fancied by Eddie to sort of play any significant role in any games. So you think, well, he's got to go, hasn't he?
Yeah, just
I
give him
mean,
one
I
on
would
free.
not. Yeah, exactly. I would have nothing
Let him
against him
off.
playing a
Mm,
certain amount. If we get a chance to the end of the season, I would say, yeah, fair play. But it doesn't seem like he's gonna. So he's obviously not in any sort of. There's no
hurry to
intention
leave.
at all to
Mm.
get him involved. Yeah,
Nah, I agree, man. I agree.
yeah,
And that's a good question there for Brians. I mean, camp manager under Conte. We'll see what happens in the summer. And I've got Andrew as well. Sorry to the delay. If John Joe's fit, do we play him with Bruno? Bruno's has been getting forward for Brazil. I think he's just being modest when he says goal scoring isn't in his game. Last two he has scored and a striker like. And look, I think John Joe's been our under Eddie Howe. I can't lie. Bruno's
yeah,
been absolutely outstanding. The midfield three is like a conundrum as well. Who's going to be in the midfield three? I mean, for me, it's going to have to be Joe Linton, Bruno. Then it's going to be a battle between Shelby and Willock.
yeah.
Who drop out of Shelby or Willock?
I think I would have to say just I keep Willock sort of in for now. But I think,
Mm,
yeah, in terms of Bruno, I think, to be honest, he's maybe comfortable just playing that whole position. But can he go forward and score goals? Well, absolutely, because he's proved it. So
yeah,
he can play that role if needed. So I think that's an exciting option for us in the future, where we can depend on. I know in the summertime, I know obviously a centre
yeah,
midfield option will be on the cards if we can get somebody sort of the same sort of class. So at least he's
yeah.
got that sort of versatility to play forward, and you say we've seen evidence already that he's got an eye for goal and he can sort of find the back of the net, which is brilliant.
Yeah, I agree with you, man. But that'd be interesting as well. I mean, there's
Yeah.
talking about Bruno might not be making on Sunday because of the long flight. He came back. But like I
Oh
said earlier, if you're going to pick Chris Wood and don't pick Bruno, then what's the point? They may as well just play them
yeah.
both. But if he doesn't play, I'm sure Shelby will come back with Willock and Joe Linton. But
Yeah.
we'll just see. And I've got one from Ginger. John, would we be looking at Sarr and Dennis or Watford for updates to the squad next season? Proper inside forwards who can score goals. Yes, they both can score goals. Excuse me. I mean, Sarr I'd take, and Manuel Dennis I'd take as well if he's available. But rumours has it he could be off to Spain. He could be off to Villarreal. And let's hope that we can get one of those two players. Like, you know what I mean? Because both score goals, they're quick, skillful, and yeah, would you take either of those two?
Yeah, oh, definitely. I think I've said before about Dennis. I think that'll be someone certainly will be interested in if Watford go down. They're going to be the sort of players on the list that are going to be. If there's not, we're not going to be the only ones in for them. But yeah, that would be a great signing because he's been one of the shining lights for Watford during the season, and they've showed what they can do. So 100%, I would, yeah.
Fair enough. I think Dennis is a cracking player. He missed a lot of chances though, but one thing I will say that he works hard. He cheers us back for the team as well. I think Emmanuel, we could have got him a couple of years ago, by the way, for 4 million, but obviously Claude Bouge at the time didn't
Bruges,
want to
yeah,
sell.
yeah,
And I'm hoping that Spurs that lost to Southampton and Burnley turns up on Sunday. Not the one that hammered Leeds and beat Brighton and West Ham, etc. Yep, I hope we beat them as well. I think Howe really likes and rates Shelby, so I think he possibly goes straight back if fully fits. That's in Gary. Then I'm on to Ryan. Bruno's class. I prefer him as a 6 with both duels ahead of him. So obviously he's not going to pick Shelby. It's weird, John. Newcastle need to spend 200 mil to climb this table. 60 million striker, 30 million right winger, top centre back, and a CDM to do Shelby's job, and a keeper. That's a minimum of 150 million quid. I can see when Ginger's trying to say, but I think he's trying to say we need to upgrade on players like Shelby's and I'm not sure if he's a big Joe Linton fan. I'm not sure if he is. But one thing I'm going to say, we need to update the team. If you want to get in the top 6 next season, that's what you're going to have to do because I'm not going to be satisfied just saying, look, let's go top 10. Why not go for top 6? Because we're the richest club in the world.
oh yeah, yeah. If we get it, like I say, if we get this summer, like let's I think we can safely say, let's hope we're not in another relegation battle. But on the flip side of that, if we can get recruitment right and the right players want to join us, we could sort of, depending on how things go well, we could get into that top 8 for definite.
Yeah. We just got to push on. We just have to have a goal. I got elite mentality. Do you know what I mean? People will probably say, "Oh, John's been too ambitious here." Sort of thing. He's trying to do things quick. I mean, people will say, "Oh, they're just quite happy finishing 10th mid table and get a cup run." You know what I mean? I got elite mentality. I want them to go all the way. I want us to. I want to get a title within 5 years, if not 3 years. Do you know what I mean? Or just challenge for the title. Just go out there, be positive. Do you know what I mean? But I'm not going to have people on social media tell us to F off sort of thing on there, sort of thing. I can remember that there's a lass, right? Chloe, she's 18. She told us to F off, basically, or shut up, sort of thing, right? On social media about Everton, right? But I could have just crow tweeting and just said, look, this is why our fan base gets such a bad name. It's people like her, sort of thing. You know, I would have embarrassed her. I could have embarrassed her, but I could have done. But do you know what? You can see why Paul and Daniel left. You can see why.
Yeah, exactly.
So plus Bolivia are crap. Anyone can score against them. Apparently, Marcelo Bielsa has been linked to him as well, believe it or not. But I don't think he'll take it because of the sea level. No way. Ryan, a question for you. Do you think Howell will put Shelby straight back in?
Yeah, it's, I don't know. I can't see it really. If I think if unless it's a forced change, I don't think Shelby might come on in the game second half potentially, but I think he'll probably stick with stick with his guns really.
Yeah, I think so as well. I mean, just got to wait and see what happens there, and see what happens on Sunday. Andrew to Ryan, agreed. Not everyone can pull that volley off and time it perfectly. And big up to Alex, by the way. Big up to you, one of the coolest guy in the chat as well. He's a cool guy. I love to go on my channel for all that sort of thing. I'll sure you have good fun. Yeah. Don't forget about the free transfer, guys. He's absolutely right. I'm not going to go for the big names like Mbappe, Pogba, Kessie's off to Barca, Dybala. Marcus going to go to Atletico Madrid. Rudiger will be a dream defensive signing, by the way. And we've got Kamara as well. Ginter, Ryan's mentioned Ginter. Tarkowski has been mentioned as well. Lacazette, he's on the free. Romagnoli as well. I think end up going to Lats. You go to Lazio. Denier, I wouldn't take Denier. I'd rather take Luis Felipe. I'd rather take him from Lazio.
I think there'll be definitely a few where we're thinking there could be a deal on the table, but the problem is now with the free transfer market, it's a bit of a game of chess sometimes, isn't it, with the agents and the clubs running down contracts and negotiating huge sign-on fees and wages and that sort of thing. So that'll be the case. We'd say the big names for sure. That'll be going on. But if there's a few others on the list where a deal sort of can be done and they're willing to join us, then there's some good deals to be had in the free transfer market, I think, in the summer. So that'll be that certainly in terms of our spending, despite it sort of saves us the money on the FFP really. If anything, if anything.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, you can get a couple of fee signings in the summer sort of thing, get ahead of it sort of thing, just get a fees agreed on a fee signing, get them in straight away. Then they'd be our player. You've got to be so proactive as well. And that's what you do. We've got new owners as well, which I think is great, right? I mean, they will learn from it. Like, they want to buy the time. And then once they get used to it, boom, that'd be fantastic. Gary Fee, there are lots of great players available on fees this summer, a lot. Kylian Mbappe is top of the shots. We're not getting Mbappe. No way. John, to get to top 6, we need top 6 top players. These players are not too top 10, apart from the new signings, John. Yes, we've played brilliantly under Howell, but a lot of these players are to blame. I could come out and say why they didn't do it for Boost, but that's another day. But you're right, Ginger. I totally agree. If we can get the top players, see what happens in the summer, then we can shock a few people. Bruno will have to have a bed in first. Class on his flight back, not a seat in the cattle class. He will have had plenty to rest. And big up to Ragnar Bello. Ragnar, do subscribe to my channel, mate. It's so simple to do. Just click on subscribe and then your first time. On popular opinion, Shelby, Willock, Bruno midfield. And I think Joe Willock in the place of Wood, he's saying Joe, basically, unless I'm wrong, Joe Willock as a false 9.
No, I don't think we can. Probably not the game to try that. I think it's certainly will it be trialed out at some point end of season? I'm not sure, but it's an option a few people have said. But I think to say we'll just stick with what we have for now with Chris Wood. I would imagine, and then just for that focal point more than anything, sort of that aerial battle. You can win a few flick-ons and that kind of thing, and say it's not. Say I know it's sort of an unpopular opinion amongst some. It's not ideal, but it's sort of what we've got at the minute. I think that should see us out to the end of the season.
Yeah, I think you're right there. I totally agree. But I said at the time Joe Willock's a false 9. Then I quickly realised it may not work. But we definitely strikes on some. We've got to be proactive. And I'd love to see us playing a pre-season friendly, probably in America sort of thing, somewhere like that. Could you imagine that? That'd be brilliant. I'd take it all day long. Bielsa could easily turn Bolivia into a team possible to qualify for next World Cup. Usually not easy to play in the altitude of La Paz. That's sea level as well. Wow, not good. The one player I refuse to support if they sign him is Ragnaroli from Milan. He is not a good centre back. Have you watched him before? I've watched him playing this time. He's a leader. He's a Milan captain. And I can see Dembele signing, and with his performances for Barna, he's on fire. I don't think he's going to come to us. He's either going to stay at Barca, or I think he's going to move to PSG. One of those two clubs. He's on 800 grand a week, right? Yes, he's on £800,000 a week. And then I've got Wagner as well. Transfer he's from Mivu. Botman, he's Milan bound, mate. Paqueta, he can be gettable for the right money. And Rodrigo for Real Madrid. Do you know a lot about Rodrigo for Real Madrid? What do you think of him? And know a lot about him?
Yeah, not too bad. Yeah, I think there's some. I'm not surprised. Surprised he's came up for sale. If that's is he fell out with what's the situation at Madrid? I'm not too sure on that one. Is he requested the transfer, or they're not too happy with him?
I think basically they're just trying to cut the staff down. They've got too many players on the books, and they try to ship out a few that on big money. I think this guy he's an absolute brilliant player, and unless Alex is in the chat, did he used to play for Leon? I could well be wrong. I think he might be playing for Leon. So I think his name's been mentioned.
He scored a few goals. I've seen it. He was scored a few goals in the start of the season. Noticed and seen him in some of the Champions League League games. To be honest, when I've obviously that's the only times I'm watching Real Madrid. Really, he seemed like he belongs in that team. Put it that way. So seems like would be a decent player. I mean, if the price is available, probably a deal to be done.
It's a possibility. And but Hazard is shite now. I mean, probably his injuries as well, injury record as well. They're desperate to get him off the race bill as well. Rodrigo has an amazing future ahead of him. Already scored with Bruno as an assist as well. And he's a Brazilian international as well. But we're going to get a couple more players from these Brazilian internationals. If we do that, we'll back them all the way. We make sure Newcastle's ill. You know what I mean? Newcastle's ill. Just playing yellow away from home. That'd be amazing. You know what I mean? And there's a reason why FIFA had a ban on that stadium for many years and Neymar wasn't playing. In addition to be a meaningless game, impressed at Bruno's fitness. That's an Andrew. And I've got Ginger as well. Rodrigo's, have you seen his buyout clause? I don't know how much his buyout clause is, mate, but if you let us know, then I'll be very interested to hear it. And Foxy said to Ryan, they're all trying to get an advantage. Ecuador also in Quito. Here Colombia plays in course with the heat of Barranquilla. Bolivia is quite competitive this campaign, but last games gave up. And big up to Christopher as well. Is Coutinho on loan from Villa from Barca? Barca from Worldsport TV suggested that we're interested in signing him in summer. Can't say it myself, as Stevie G is rule ship by Coutinho. Me personally, I don't think he'll come to Newcastle. No. Also, as well, Brad, he was offered a cool million. All right, I don't know who said it there. Cool million to join us.
I can't see him wanting to join us. To be honest with you, he wouldn't have signed for Villa. I think they're obviously working under Steve Steve Gerrard, that was an opportunity for him. But yeah, I wasn't too wasn't going to hold my breath on him sort of joining us. And in terms of the summer, I couldn't see him going from being on loan at Villa to coming to us the season after. So yeah, probably not going to happen.
Can't see it. I think he'll stay with it. If he's going to stay in England, it'll be with Villa.
Yeah,
CUG is there. No question about that. So, guys, if you do like the video, like what you see, then please hit the like button. It helps the channel to grow. And also, if you'd like to subscribe, I think that'd be a brilliant idea. If you do that, it'd be fantastic. If you'd like to become a member, then click on the join button. And if you like to super chat us and ordinate like Andrew's done earlier on, then click on the $sign if I'm doing a good job. So options are there for you. And the most important thing is just to subscribe to my channel. That will help us an awful lot. And do follow Brad on his Twitter account, BP_NUFC. He has got a YouTube channel, unfortunately, but hopefully one day. And back on to Ginger, Dembele's on 200k a week. Newcastle's offered him 400k a week. Is he worth 400k a week?
I don't think it's a strange one, isn't it? Because the shift of the current squad we've got and the wage structure, you don't think dropping someone in like Dembele on that sort of wages compared to the rest of the squad, you think now what sort of effect that would have, especially when the reports, does he seem like the best character for the club? Not too sure, especially sort of the way he's handled the Barca situation. It sort of gives you an indication of is that the sort of player that we would like to have at our club. And I'm not too sure, especially for the money as well. It's a huge salary to offer someone compared to it's probably 4, 5, 6 times what everyone else is on.
I just think it's absolutely ridiculous. I mean, no wonder Barca went up the wall. Do you know what I mean? But they got their financial status sorted out. But do you know what it is, right? When you pay that sort of money a week, my God, it is so scary. 400 grand a week. You have to be the world's best player for that. Yeah. Let's be real. And Rodrigo, from Brazil, he went to Madrid 2 years ago. 40 million quid he cost. And I don't want us signing players with bad attitude. We just spoke about that. Gary, I have to agree with you as well. We had that before under Bobby Robson as well. We had a few players. Alan Gorma is just and Didier Dormy. Did he want to be at Newcastle? Right, of course, the problem. I can remember once upon a time Didier Dormy, kicking off basically, and then Bobby Robson had to do an emergency press conference. Right, him and Dormy together. Bob was taking the questions. Right, when they asked Didier a few questions, he just sat there quiet, didn't even say a word, and basically, a couple of weeks later, off he went. He went back to PSG for the same amount we paid for him, 4 million quid. So it's a shame because he's a decent player, but I don't want bad attitudes in my football club. It ain't going to happen anytime soon. Just get them out. No. And what's it again? 340 million for Rodrigo. That's the release clause.
That's generally God. That's generally a thing for Spanish clubs, isn't it? As I like to put that into the contracts, but I'm sure they would probably, depending on the circumstances, if they need to sell, there would probably be some sort of compromise between that number. I'm sure they wouldn't have to pay that figure necessarily. There'd be some agreement, but it wouldn't. It would still be a big number. Like, don't get us wrong.
Yeah, big numbers, but. That's there. We're clear, way clear. We might be the richest club in the world, but we're not going to be mugged off for that. There's no way. No. Let's look at this one. John Rodrigo is available in summer. Madrid offering to Liverpool 34 mil. See, they're trying to raise the Mbappe money. He's on a fee though, isn't he? He's on a fee in the summer, so they don't need to pay unless they're going to pay his wages. So I think they're trying to get rid of these players so they could pay the Mbappe money. Rodrigo's right-footed. Plays right on the right, would be level to Jacob Murphy. And I'm just going to get this up so it's gone too quick. Back on the Ginger. John Tornado. I think Ronaldo's on 140k a week to be the big team player. You pay 200 average for top players. And massive money. Big up to you, Football Style. And hello, guys. Bro, do you think Bruno will start with us against Spurs? I hope he does. But Eddie is keeping it close to his chest there because he's basically saying that he's just come back from Brazil. He hasn't seen him, so he could be knackered, sort of thing. I hope he does play. I really do hope he does play because I think we could do with him. Big up to you, James, by the way. Can't wait for the game, fella. James, like age. Feels like age since he played. I'm going for one each draw. That's what I'm going for as well.
Yeah.
Madrid will have the Mbappe money just from Bell leaving. That's very true. Get rid of Bell and then give the money to Mbappe. Can't see Rodrigo leaving Madrid, though, to be honest. That's in Ryan. Hello, guys. Do you think Bruno start against Spurs? I hope he does, but depends how if he's jet lagged as well. Let's hope that we get him on Sunday. A lot of the wages figures these states are just rumors. And Ryan, Madrid have money issues, and I think they want to land. I think they get them, by the way. They're getting somewhere down the way. What are your thoughts, lads, on a £90 million budget for the summer? It doesn't seem that much, really, unless you get a few free transfers on top of that. A top striker will eat up a lot of cash. What do you think there, Brad?
I don't know. There's a few reports. I wouldn't read too much into it. I think what the approach is going to be in summer, they'll have a strategy. If the players are available and the deal's sensible, it makes sense, we'll go for it. I don't think there'll be like a figure in the heads of what like a budget sort of thing. It'll just be if the right players become available that we're after, we'll just go for it. And if that means we spend up to 200 or plus, that might be the case. But then if it doesn't pan out that way, we might not spend as much, but it won't be for the want of trying. If the deal's there, I'm sure there'll be no holding back for any types of budget. If it's there, we'll do it.
Yeah,
so
that's so true.
Yeah,
that's so true. I mean, things we get 2 free signings. In my opinion, 2 free signings, like top players, and then we've got the 90 million on top. Cool, that'd be fantastic. I'd take that all day long.
Oh yeah,
like even 3 signings, 2 paid signings, that'd still be a fantastic transfer window, 100%. And
don't forget,
we'd be top of the charts on that one as well. And go back to Ginger as well. Kibo's knackered, right? It's working, bless him. They called him Real Madrid then. I heard there was 100 million with the money from sales added on top as well. That's Gary V. It's just all rumors at this moment in time. People are just guesswork again. But hey ho, Mbappe is complete to Madrid, but I can't see Haaland going to the same club as Mbappe. Those two are new Messi's and Ronaldo rivalry. That's a good point. Got to Colombia, didn't make it. I'm thinking to spend November, December in Ecuador, Peru, if they qualify, just for the party atmosphere. I tell you what, you go to South America, you got to have a fantastic time. I've never been to South America. You got to have a fantastic time. What do you think, big up to Paul, what do you think of the Spurs fans having a protest against our owners before the game on Sunday? I think it's pathetic. Absolutely pathetic, really. They should be going there, supporting their team, right? Not having a protest, right? But if they want to do that and make a fool of themselves, that is fine. But what's that going to achieve, Brad?
Well, yeah, I'm not sure where that came from, to be honest, because I think that was just sort of the news today. So strangely, I don't know what the grounds of it are, or specifically, I'm not sure. But like you say, there'll be why they're protesting against Newcastle for specifically. I think if that's the case, it's a wider issue they probably need to address. And doing a Newcastle against Tottenham game isn't really going to do much, to be honest. So yeah, they might as well just go and get behind the team rather than worry about us and what we're doing.
Exactly. I mean, we've got to take it in October, and 6 months later, they just still want to protest, still want to have a go at us, Brad, because let's be real, right? I mean, they don't know what's going to hit these clubs next season. No. Look at City, Liverpool, they'll be fine. Chelsea, we don't know what's going to happen at Chelsea yet because they still haven't got some new owner. Arsenal, you don't know how much you're going to spend, right? I think Arteta's just about getting it right. Conte, depends if he stays at Spurs. United, whoever comes in, it's got a job in their hands, really. Newcastle, we're the ones going up and up and up. So I'll just say, look, you know what? Just carry what we're doing, and everything will be fine.
Yeah.
Watch out. That's all I'm saying. Watch out, people. And can we spend 200 million in the transfer market? Yes, we can. That's no problem because the FIFA rules don't take effect from us until 2025, I think it is.
Yeah.
So we could spend 500 million if we wanted to, and they still didn't get punished, which is good. These journalists coming out with the summer transfer budget can't be trusted. 150 million, 200 mil is what I expect to spend on 4 to 6 quality players. Yeah, I tell you what, we need 6 quality players through the door. Get rid of the dead wood, right, and then bring in the new ones as well. I want Newcastle to rescue Luka Jovic. He is amazing then Madrid buried him. How can bring him back to life? That's a good point, Ginger.
Yeah.
I like this
Yeah.
player. I like this
Yeah,
player.
it's a good young physical player.
He
It was unbelievable at Frankfurt. They had a great season, and he
Absolutely.
really kicked off. And he went scored a lot of goals in Europe for them
Yeah,
in the
man.
Europa League that year and took him far. But yeah, he's how it worked out for him at Madrid. He went back on loan to Germany. Was it
Yeah.
back end of last season? But yeah, he's obviously. Is
I
there a
think he
chance for
did.
him to try?
I hope so. I hope he does come back because I think he's a decent player. Obviously,
Yeah.
if you get him, then even on a season long loan, that'd be fantastic. And
Yeah,
to see what he's like.
he's physical, mobile, can score,
he is.
knows where the net is. He's good finisher. So
Yeah.
it's
Premier,
someone out there. Yeah,
Premier ready. And
hopefully. Yeah.
and what about as well that I heard today from Dominic on Facebook, he's saying that we're after Mitchell again.
Yeah, well, like I said, it's guaranteed. Well, I say guaranteed. Fulham will be coming back to the Premier League, I think. So Mitrovic, is he going to stay there, or can he be tempted by another club? We'll see. Personally, I probably don't think we'd go back for him. I just couldn't see it. But he maybe just stay at Fulham, to be honest. Because I know there's always question marks over his Premier League, but I don't. If he gets chances, he generally is a decent goal scorer.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the thing is, right? I mean, you got to give him a chance as well, sort of thing. So yeah, let's get him in there. Got some more comments coming through as well. Let's have a look at this one. Football style as well. Can you guys name the Deadwoods who leave the club in the summer transfer window? Yes, we can name about 10. Name about 10.
Clark.
But Kraft, Miggy, Lascelles, I don't think get back in the team. Lascelles, Jacob Murphy, get rid as well. Dwight Gill, that's 5. Jamal Lewis, Matt Gill, Dwight
Darlow,
Gill, Matt Ritchie, Darlow, Gillespie, Woodman as well.
Yeah.
No. It's just ridiculous, man. That's the need to get rid of. Just if they don't want to go, pay them off. Just pay them off. Simple as that. And got one from Ryan. I agree with Ginger. It just seems like all about Osimhen, Nunez, and David, and Jovic will be incredible. No way he plays with Mbappe going there now. I think his career's done in Madrid, by the way. We got to Luke out, by the way. Hope you're fine. Thanks for coming on, by the way. 90 million would be a stack more than would have been spent on the Mike Ashley. That's very, very true. We're on after mid. We're 100% sure that ain't going to happen anytime soon. And another new names in the list as well, who I quite like, is Alexander Isak. He's too good and fit in our system player. I think he'd be brilliant for Newcastle.
Yeah.
Know a lot about Isak? Swedish international, plays for
Sociedad, yeah. Yeah, he played quite a good for Sweden as well, didn't he, in the recent tournament? Sort of they put a few good performances in there, so it looks like he's going to be one again, a young, still very, very early on in his career. So it looks like one that's going to take to the heights. So hopefully, it could be with Newcastle, or I'm sure if it isn't Newcastle, it'll be another big club he'll end up at, I'm sure.
I agree. Touch wood. All I can say, and I'm glad you mentioned this, Ginger, because all I heard is these are just absolutely a joke. It really, really is. All I can say, Newcastle and Eddie has to be careful because Mancini's story is true, John. He is earmarked. In Newcastle don't progress, I want Eddie to flourish, Ryan. I mean, I heard this the other day, right? And this has got to be the biggest joke I've ever come in my life. Mancini is a damn good manager. He's done it at Manchester City, right? But like Ginger said, and he thinks that this story is true. I could be wrong. He thinks it's true, right? If Eddie don't fix up, but Eddie's fixing up, I think Eddie's done a fantastic job. Do you think they should stop all these managerial rumours thrown to bed once after all, mate?
Yeah, I would think so, because the more it goes on, I think there'll be the odd rumours all the time, which is a bit of a distraction. But as far as we're concerned, we want Eddie long term at the club. I know the media will probably try and sway that and put him under a bit of pressure, but the fans will the fans will get behind him, and the owners clearly back him and like him. So as long as things are going in the right direction, there's going to be no need to make any rash decisions and get. Again, it's about getting the right characters in, and Eddie is the perfect character for us at the moment in terms of the way he motivates the players, and he's got that spirit in the team, and he's like a down to earth guy, and we don't want to just be bringing in a name like, is he going to Mancini, for example? Is he just going to come in and be a fit for the club? I don't think so. So I think looking at the bigger picture, we know Eddie's the right guy for the job, and he's just going to grow and take us on that journey over the next, let's hope, even 5 year, potentially even more. And
let's hope he is, because he's done a wonderful job. I mean, Eddie Howe, from my opinion, is the best English manager in the Premier League, in my opinion. And I'll tell you what, as well, I am going to say, right, I mean, all these manager rumours, right, they need to just knock on the heat, because I think it's just so premature. We're not in a position to get a world-class manager in yet. But I get the people saying that Diego Simeone should have took over from us, from Del Boy Gunner, great guy. But I told him that is not going to happen anytime soon. Yes, we're the richest club in the world, but they think Eddie Howe's not going to take us any further. But, I'm behind Eddie Howe. I think he's absolutely fantastic. I'm happy enough for us to progress with baby steps into the top 10 next season. Expected us to be top 4 to 5 within 12 months is unrealistic. I think these people want to be going to Europe ASAP, Foxy, mate, and I'm with you, but it depends what the owners want as well. The Spurs fans should be protesting against Anna Levy on Sunday. He's one of the worst owners going. They've got short memories, haven't they? Remember the Super League proposals? Yes. And you know what it is, right? I mean, it's people like him, right? Want the Super League, right? If that's the case, right, we just told the bugger off and don't come back, But if this Super League's happen, if it does happen, then football's done. Football's finished.
Yeah, definitely.
But and got one that's brilliant. Well on Christopher Lass. I mean, old is Alex Isak. He's 22, 23, I think.
Yeah.
Quite a young player.
22.
Yeah. I know he's 6'4". I know that. And big up to Alex again, top guy. Isak struggling a little lately. Great player, but no guarantees to be a top 6 quality striker. It will be a gamble for the money it costs. I have to agree. I like him, but he hasn't been scoring a lot of goals this season either. Injuries hasn't helped him at all whatsoever. But I heard that Arsenal wanted him. Apparently, he was in London a couple of months ago on transfer deadline day, right? Saying he was in London, and all the Arsenal fans were saying that he could be signing for them. But again, it's just rumours. Didn't come off. Spurs fans will protest against us like they did against Daniel Levy in the beginning of the season with like 5 people. Oh, good luck with that there. Good luck. Big up to you, Andy. Hope you're okay. Let's just get a point against Spurs, then a win. 3 points next game, then we are definitely safe. Yeah, I've seen, we got 31 points. I think 2 more wins will do it. I did say 3, didn't I? And can you guys predict every game, win or lose? We done that show, mate, a couple of weeks ago, didn't we? We done that show, didn't we? Went through the fixtures. It's out there, all right? If you type on Premier League predictions or whatever it is, sort of thing, I'm on there. So you can watch us on that as well. It was on there for an hour and a half or something like that, sort of thing, close to it, but it was fantastic. So check it out on there. We're only being linked to Mancini because of Italy's shocked against North Macedonia. It's an easy story to write to sell newspapers. It's true though, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just a nonsense story in terms of in the real world, but yeah, that's the newspapers for you.
Yeah, exactly. As that come to 4 goals in 24, we want him really great prospect, but again, for the price tag, he isn't worth it. He's raised 56 million quid.
Yeah,
he talks in serious sense there, son. That's some fuck. Yeah, he does. Foxy, what about Darwin Núñez? I take him all day long. This guy, he's only at Benfica. It's his first season on a 4-year deal. Came from Almeria for the Portuguese record, something like 22 million euros, around 20 million quid. And this guy is just rocking up that league. So brilliant player. We definitely staying with Howie. Howe, by the way. And Ryan said, look, I'm sure there will be a small bad patch that we'll go through in the future. I won't be looking forward to the Howe out fans. And the bullshit stories that comes out of the media during that phase. One thing I'm going to say, right? If these journalists making stories up, right, I ban them.
Yeah, hopefully you probably have to go down that route at some stage, but let's hope not. But yeah, as soon as there's a bit of drama or results don't go if results don't go our way, have a bit of a bad roll, they'll try and stick the knife in sort of thing and wind us up and try and get a few digs in at us, especially with the ownership things that they're going about as well. So that won't help. But yeah, it might come to that stage where, but let's hope it doesn't. But yeah, might be an option.
Definitely. We got football side. We'd love to sign him. 20 and 24 goals. I think he scored more than 20 goals, by the way. I think he scored 26. Portuguese Primeira Liga and 4 goals in 8 Champions League. Can see bigger teams trying to take him too. He's the new Edison Cavani. This guy, he knows where the goal is. He's quick. He's right-footed. He can play anywhere up front. He is so quick. He is absolutely fantastic. Who would be your top striker target, John or Brad? Mine will be me top 3 would be Vitor Osimhen, then Darwin Núñez, and Patrick Schick.
For me, if it was just one that we could have, I think it would be Osimhen for me from Napoli. I think that would be the wisest choice for me. I think.
Mm-hmm. We got the money. We got the money for him. Yeah. We could pay the wages as well. What does PIF stand for? What does PIF stands for again? Is public
PIF. Yeah.
Investment fund. That's it.
Yeah.
That is yeah. And they're not a Saudi state, by the way. That's why we got to take over. Trophies, but let's see how far I can get us. So, and big up to Ginger as well. I admire a lot of passion and the love what people have for Amanda and getting the deal through. But we have to remember, PIF or Newcastle United, they're on the bill of sale. They want top 4 ASAP. And top 4, I tell you what though, if you're going to get top 4 ASAP, that would be absolutely fantastic. Then you're going to have to spend a hell of a lot of money. I think 3 seasons will take us there. Do you know what I mean? But I want to get up there. I want to compete. I want to be a major player in this football game.
Yeah, just depends. Nobody can obviously predict the future, but if we can get some cracking signings in and the team gels together well and we start getting results, then it could be sooner than we think. Next year is just about if we can punch above our weight next season and have a relatively good finish there, like pushing to the 8th potentially. That really puts us in a good position going forward over the couple of years to follow. But yeah, it's going to be it's a huge summer, and obviously we're going to be looking to present a team going that season based on the strategy they're putting together now. So if we can put that into reality, which hopefully with the resources we've got available, you think we can. So it's it's taking that season as each game as it comes next season, and of course we're gonna finish higher than we are now. But it's how much can we go and punch above our weight, and especially with the fans we've got behind us and Eddie in charge. I think people will probably underestimate us again.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the thing is, right? I mean, we just got to do the best we can and just go ahead and enjoy it, like, you know what I mean? But so exciting. Big up to Foxy again for Ryan. Us football fans on fickle though. We could easily go on the Steve Bruce run of bad form, and even us would be called for Howl out eventually. It's just a cycle of football, bro. That is from Foxy. And Ryan, I'm on your side. I said 4 years because of team cohesion, but I see the owner at the PGA before Christmas, and he's mad his mind. I'm fishing very clear, made this fishing very clear, and he, Amanda's boss, it'll be interesting as well. I mean, my opinion is Eddie Howe won't be under pressure. He will not be under pressure at all next season. There's no way, right? Because he deserves a full season.
Yeah.
And I'll go back this guy all the way.
Yeah.
And the football's been playing. It's brilliant. Absolutely fantastic. We've not seen this kind of football for months.
Yeah, exactly. We aren't. The fans aren't. The fan base isn't stupid. And we know what we see on the pitch. the majority of people will give them credit for that. Even if we don't win every game, of course, which isn't going to happen, the fans appreciate and they know what they're looking at in front of them. And if they can walk away happy and with the performance the lads have given, then there's never any complaints. And I'm sure with Eddie in charge, we're always going to get that. Some games don't get us wrong. We're going to be on the wrong end of some results. Of course we are, and we're going to have some brilliant performances as well. But the ones that we're struggling in, as long as they give their all, which they're set up to do so now. I don't think it's not going to be the same environment as it was the last few years where we've went on stupid runs and we can't score and we look like the lads look disinterested and we're getting run all over the place. It's not going to be the case anymore.
No,
so it's a different culture. Yeah,
we just fight for everything, every single thing. Yeah, and absolutely. I mean, Ginger's made a good point, John. I want to make this clear, and I mentioned him to you about his YouTube training vids. Not Eddie out. What's best for the football club? Every manager deserves a chance, and that is a great comment. That's a great comment because every manager deserves a chance, and I think Eddie Howe deserves a couple of transfer windows. Right? He's already had one. Spent 92 million quid. Could well have been more, but in the summer, I think it's going to be big and then it's going to come through as well. Now, the players I don't want to see coming, right? You look at players like Donny van der Beek, right? He don't want to come to Newcastle because he just don't want to be in a relegation dogfight. He's in one now, isn't
he? Yeah, that just shows you again the character of the players. It's obviously not somebody that we want to join the club. The people that have joined the club, huge respect to them because they've seen the situation. It could have gone the other way, but they've trusted the manager. What Eddie's obviously told them what his plans are. They've came into the club, proved what they can do, and we went on that brilliant run after the transfer window. So, just goes to show you that the players that were willing to put the neck on the line, join the club under difficult times, and say the career they're thinking, well, we could go down here, but instead of that, we didn't want to sign players who were thinking like that.
No,
the right characters. People like Bruno, what you thinking? And Arsenal were interested, etc. But he's still under the circumstances we were in, the relegation, second bottom of the table. He still joined the club, and look at him now. So
he's been a stellar player.
Yeah,
a stellar player. I think Hull will be under pressure only because the media will target us next season, and there's going to be deluded fans in our fan base that believes everything they see. I'll comment out one in a minute after I read these comments out, and I'm not going to ignore you there. Howard's a perfect fit for the club and the fan base. He plays attractive football. We create. We have to be patient, let him develop the club, and I feel he could end up being a top manager.
Yeah.
Leicester went from third tier to Premier League champions in 7, so we could do it in less than 5. The 5 sub rules in full next season could be a total game changer and a total nightmare for guys. What do you think of that?
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that, to be honest with you, because you've seen some of the benches that the top teams can line up with. They can easily switch 5 top class players on and equally take top 5 players off the pitch and bring equal players on it, which is not the case for obviously every club in the Premier League. So going to 5, it's a bit excessive, I think, and again, it's only going to benefit certain teams, isn't it? Unfortunately.
Yeah.
But I suppose it is what it is now.
That's fair enough. And the 5 sub rules of 4-6, I read that. I'm going to talk about the fan base in a minute. I'll be happy with 7th or 9th, but if we end up down the bottom of the table again, heads will roll. Big money means big changes fast. And always the manager, unfortunately, but Eddie deserves a chance. Just to be clear, I'm not putting pressure on Howe myself. Either this is just what I think from what modern day football is. And it's true to say Sampi spent 200 million in the summer and then finish 17th next season. Would you think it's fair for people to want Howe out? Or would he deserve another season? That's a good question. I don't think a top 10 finish will cut it for Howe. Basically, saying that Eddie has got to get us into Europe next season if that's the case. Because I tell you what, I don't know how ruthless these owners are.
Top 10, of course, it's going to be absolutely fine. Because don't forget, Eddie's gone on the journey as well. He's not. He's still going to grow himself. He's you know what we all have learned since he's joined what type of person he is. he's always on the search to improve as a manager and what skills and what he can bring to the table and how he can improve players. So I think people forget that aspect of the management sometimes because not every manager is like that. So for him, I think people underestimate. They just see what they want to see sometimes, the names but I think Eddie's gonna surprise the majority of people. I think over the next few years, what he's going to become
Yeah.
and what he's going to do with this team.
Absolutely, he does need time. He
Yeah,
needs to bed this team in
yeah,
as well.
yeah,
And before we come down, we could talk about the fan base as well. I mean, some of the fan
yeah,
base, right? I mean, some of them, right? Especially bigging up bang average players as well, which they're not good enough. But our fan base needs to be real, right? And this is going to be a massive season, right? Let's not, like a reactory as well. Just we got to do right. If they perform, cool. If they don't perform, then they are going to get told as well. And if
yeah,
can you imagine if Chris Wood played for Arsenal and he didn't perform, AFTV would be on his kiss every single week. I'm telling you. But our fans not allowed to do that. But still, and we've got it's true. Say something saying that. Does he deserve another season? Oh, that'd be a good question there. Brilliant, Foxy. I don't think top 10 facial quarter for how I believe that and how and Ginger as well. Ryan, Foxy, Eddie had to really think about his signings this summer. All eyes will be on him. I rate managers on results, as all fans can do. We all know we need attack and 2 defenders. We need 2 forwards, a defender, a midfielder, a winger to challenge ASM. We definitely need a left back as well. We got about 6 pairs minimum by the sounds of it. I can't lie.
yeah,
And full attacking change up as well. I mean, Jacob Worthy won't be not going to make it next season. I guarantee you. Ryan Fiercer, yeah, definitely. I keep him. Yeah. ASM, I keep him. Chris Wood, nah, not for me. Dwight Gale, not for me. So we need 3 attacking players straight away.
yeah.
So
Yeah, it's gonna be. That's definitely.
yeah, so it is. So yeah, so that's a brilliant subject today. Like, I mean, thanks for all the chats is coming in as well. We go to the Spurs game. I mean, give us your formation for Saturday's game or Sunday's game.
I think as I said before, I think we'll stick with the 4-3-3,
Yeah,
and yeah, I think that's going to be the case. Hopefully, we can keep that midfield of Bruno, Willock, and Joe Linton. Let's hope so, and then give us a good platform. Keep the back two partnership of Fabian Schär and Byrne. Let's hope for that.
got you.
And then that should give us a good spine of the team and to help us go and get a result.
Absolutely right. I mean, for me, it's got to be a 4-3-3. We can't play field at back. It has to be 4-3-3. But like I said earlier, Eddie Howe's going to close it. He's going to play his cards close to his chest. So we'll see. And got some for Ryan striker. Pardon me, striker, right winger, midfield, centre back, and goal. Yeah, goalkeepers needed as well. And 6 players minimum. Maybe he's buy 4 and get a couple on 3s. Definitely go for 3 signings as well. While we dogfighting how youth takes over. Next, Marino, have faith and stay strong. That's a fair shout, Andy. I'm behind Eddie Howe on this.
Yeah.
Big up to Now, by the way. Thanks for coming on the DLM channel. Really appreciate that. And Raul Felix, what about him? Good player. The higher we finish the season, only puts more pressure on Howell. If he finish 12th to 14th and don't improve on much next year, that's his job as a risk. I think he'll do all right with a full pre-season. Yep. I mean, listen, end of the day, I think he'd do fantastic. Top 10 needs to be the aim next season. Anywhere between 8th and 10th would please us. I think the European place is a stretch too far, but it all depends on players and budget as well. Depends who we buy. John, ever rated one manager, and that's Keegan. He made our future. He got us 52 falls in stadium, Premier League, Champions League. That's the only manager whoever earned backing. Eddie has to earn his as well. Top 8 for my team and draw point on Andy. I'm going to go 4-3-3. I wouldn't make much change at all whatsoever. Got to put 7 wood. But the bottom line is, I've got to go for ones each draw, and that'd be one important point. Back on the 5 subs as well. In my opinion, I know you don't agree, Ryan, Brad. I think I agree with it as well because you need to freshen the team up as well. with 5 subs and introduced, there will be lots of formation changes in the match. Yeah, that's a fair shout as well. So yeah, I'd take it all day long. So I'm gonna go 1-1. What about yous?
Yeah, I agree. 1-1.
Ones
Fair
each.
result. Yeah.
Fair enough. Fair enough. There you go. Right, we're gonna wrap up there. Been on for an hour and 10 minutes. Got 33 people watching live as well. Only one watching on Facebook as well. I have sent a link as well. But at the end of the day, I mean, 33 people watching is a good turnout from match preview as well. That actually is really good. I appreciate that. And did you enjoy coming on, mate?
Yeah, no, it's always great to be on. Yeah, thanks for having us.
No problems at all. I'll be happy with the top 10 finish next season, but I think how Ian is for top 5, 6 himself, he will love that. Kenny Dalglish got us Champions League. Love Keegan, but his emotion got the better of him before taking us to the Champions League. That's from Foxy. And then it's going to be 2-1 to Toon. How with the lads. How with the lads. So that'll be brilliant. Listen, I've got a little background as backstage as well. And 1-1 for me. That's from Gary for me, but I think we could come away with all the 3 points. If we start well, if we get the first score, then the pressure will be on Tottenham.
Yeah.
But I've got big up to Ravi. He's a big Liverpool fan, by the way. Yes, John, we're another big show. Thank you so much, Ravi. He's a big Scouser, by the way. And, he does like Macy, by the way, as well. And if you all know where Macy is, Macy's on holiday. I'll be having Nick on Tuesday for taking her place, talking about her team, United, and talk about my team as well, of course. And so guys, if you like what you see and like the content, like the video, then you know exactly what to do. Give it a like, hit the subscribe button. It helps the channel grow immensely as well. And also, if you'd like to become a member, it's 99p. And just click on the join button. And also, if you like to be super chatters, and just click on the $sign. So got Foxy as well. Bigger 2 Foxy co-host is very good, by the way. There you go. That's in bad.
Thank you very much.
I don't think enough people mentioned that. Have a good weekend, guys. And you, Foxy, so I'll be back tomorrow.
Have a good one.
100%. Sorry, Foxy, about Keegan. There was never any of this Aussie was sending us to League 3. That's League 2 or League 1, by the way, to all third division. So where do you find you on your socials? Where do you find you, mate?
Just below on Twitter, hashtag BP_NUFC. So yeah, give us a follow on there. That'll be appreciated.
Mm-hmm. Fantastic. And he'll follow you back as well. And he will talk about football.
Definitely.
Then he will get back to you as well. And thanks, guys. Enjoy the show. Gary, thank you so much, man. I really appreciate that. And thank you for all the guys that come in and the 33 people that watch me show. A couple of people on Facebook as well. I think it might be Dom. I could be wrong on that one. But I'll be back tomorrow. I'm going to do a transfer update. And a couple of players will be linked to Newcastle United. So Pat has been mentioned, Shimak has been mentioned as well, and the German lad from Freiburg as well, which I'm gonna pronounce his name later. And thanks for watching, guys. And I'll be with Backstage Bad just a minute, and save it for you first. And thanks for watching this, people. I'm gonna pull it on to the fan intro, and thank you very much indeed. Take care. What are we doing?
See you all.